She was dragged out of her car in front of her 8-year-old son. Face slammed against the hood, wrists bruised, dignity stripped. The white officer laughed. "This ain't your neighborhood." But he didn't know two things. She wasn't lost. And the man stepping out of the black Suburban behind them wasn't just her husband. He was the newly appointed U.S. Attorney for the district. The sun blazed down on Elmwood Avenue, a quiet, well-kept street in an affluent Atlanta suburb. Nina Calloway had just finished a back-to-school shopping trip with her son Malik, who sat in the back seat, humming to himself, cradling a new Spider-Man backpack. She pulled her BMW into a guest parking spot near the playground to answer a work email before heading home. She never saw the patrol car coming. A loud screech. Then a white officer yanked open her door and screamed, "Out of the car, now!" Startled, Nina raised her hands. "What's wrong, officer?" "Registration doesn't match." "Car's too nice for this lot. Step out now." Before she could even explain that she was visiting her sister who lived in the adjacent building, Officer Brent Holloway grabbed her by the wrist and yanked her out. Her heel caught the curb. She stumbled. Her purse fell open. Malik screamed from the back seat, "Mommy?" "Stay in the car, baby," Nina cried. "Hands on the hood," Holloway barked. Her palms flattened against the hot metal, lips trembling. "I work for the Department of Education. I'm not a threat. Please, my son is watching." "That's rich," Holloway smirked. "Another fake title from a car thief. You think I'm stupid?" A second officer, Ronnie Thorne, arrived and opened her trunk without permission. "These new rules make 'em bold," he muttered. "Used to be they'd run, now they pretend they belong here." "Please," Nina said, trying to keep her voice steady. "Call my husband. He's 2 blocks away." Holloway laughed. "We'll call someone after booking you for resisting and possession of stolen property." A crowd began to gather. A security guard from the community center stood frozen, phone in hand. A woman recording whispered, "She didn't do anything. That boy's crying." Malik had stepped out of the car, trembling. "Let my mommy go." Holloway spun. "Get back inside." But then everything shifted. A black Suburban eased to a stop behind the cruiser. The driver's door opened slowly. A tall black man in a dark, tailored suit stepped out, face stern, presence commanding. He walked with purpose. "Sir, you need to back up," Officer Thorne warned, hand on his weapon. But the man ignored him and addressed Nina directly. "You okay, babe?" Nina's voice cracked. "They dragged me out in front of Malik." The man turned to the officers and removed a leather ID wallet from his jacket. "U.S. Attorney Nina Calloway, Federal Prosecutor, Southern District of Georgia. You just illegally detained and physically assaulted my wife. And you just threatened my minor son. You've made 2 catastrophic mistakes." Silence. The air changed. Thorne backed up a step. Holloway's face drained of color. She didn't say who she was," Holloway stammered. "She was parked illegally." "I don't care if she was parked on the moon," Andre snapped. "You never once asked for ID. You assumed. You escalated. You violated." Phones were out. The guard was now live streaming. Andre turned back to his wife. "Did they search the trunk?" "Yes." "Without consent?" "Yes." He pulled out his phone. "Internal Affairs, Civil Rights Division. I need an immediate response team. I have 2 officers who made a bad call." By now, 2 more squad cars had arrived. One sergeant approached nervously. "Sir, we can sort this out." "No, we'll do it by the book, in a courtroom." That evening, the footage went viral. The next morning, Nina Calloway stood on the courthouse steps, his wife beside him, and made a public statement. "This is not about revenge. This is about accountability. My wife was profiled and humiliated in front of her child, but she could have been anyone. A teacher, a nurse, an artist, and it would still be wrong." The courtroom hearing was packed. Footage was shown of Malik sobbing, of Nina's wrists bruised, of her standing with unshakable composure while white officers mocked her. Officer Holloway sat stiffly, eyes darting, as Andre, now the prosecuting attorney, laid out every infraction, every constitutional violation, every ounce of arrogance. When the verdict was read, guilty on misconduct, unlawful detainment, and endangerment of a minor, Holloway dropped his head. After sentencing, Nina stood and faced the court. "My son no longer fears monsters under his bed," she said softly. "He fears the ones with badges, and that's not on him. That's on all of us if we let this continue." She took Malik's hand, and together they walked out, not in shame, but with power reclaimed. Stand up against injustice. Your voice matters more than ever. Comment: justice must be seen and served if you believe this can't be ignored.